So I'm giving an update on my car. I listed this car on Getaround, and the reason why I chose Getaround because I thought it was more passive than Toro. So I rented this car in August. First month I made $590. Fair enough, covers the car payment. That was a part of a guaranteed bonus. Second month I made 400 plus, close to $500. Now we're in October. So this car was rented in September to a renter, and it was returned with the windshield broken. As you can see, something obviously hit right here and caused a airline crack. So now how these companies work is they take a percentage of your money, and the percentage that they take covers insurance. So if something happens to the car, they pay to fix it. So when I noticed that this car was returned with the mirror broken, I immediately filed a claim with them. I thought it would be an easy process because I've watched videos on YouTube of people speaking about when they had to make claims. But the thing is that video that I watched, particularly with that person, they were actually being sponsored by Getaround. So they said that they had an accident and Getaround was pretty good about the claims and they took care of it, no problem, yada yada yada. So now fast forward my first accident. As I showed you, you can clearly see where something hit the car windshield and it broke. Getaround now is trying to tell me that it's not covered because it's wear and tear. Well, first they send me a reply when I made a claim. Pardon me, I'm at the train station. So they made they replied saying that the car had been broken from a previous renter, and that the period that I'm required to report any claims had expired. So I quickly responded to them that no, that is absolutely not true, because I checked. I'm gonna let the train pass. So yeah, as I was saying, I immediately told them that, hey, that is not true, because I checked my car after every single rental, maybe 2 hours or so, the most, after it's been rented, and that was not there. What's one of the first things I always check for is my windshield if it's broken. So I know that it wasn't there. And when I got the car from the renter that rented this car, it was the first thing I saw that it was broken. So it's something that I always check. Anyways, long story shorter, I replied to them that not true. So they said that, okay, they're going to review the case and get back to me. I waited like many days. Then they finally returned a response saying, of course, bullshit, a different response from the first person, that it's wear and tear, and they don't cover wear and tear, even though you can clearly see where something hit the freaking glass and it broke. This is no damn wear and tear. You can even feel it from under here. It hit right here and it blew, because you can see where the back is torn out, but it hit right here. You can feel the point of impact. So, you know, that is some seriously sketchy business, because at the end of the day, you take 40% of what I make to cover me from any damages. And now that I have a damage, you want to keep my 40%, you want to keep my 40% and tell me that I'm on my own. That is shady business for any company, because you don't need to go to school to realize that nothing of what they replied to me made any sense, that this is wear and tear, or that the story changed twice. You understand? And this is not even expensive to fix. It's probably like $300 or so, and they're worth millions of dollars, and they are refusing to replace the glass. So when I get the time, I'm probably going to speak to a lawyer to see where I can go with this case, because over my dead body, I'm going to just sit and take this. No way. That is unfair business. That's not how you do business. So yeah, that's my first update. So at this point, I don't even think I can recommend this company, to be honest. I don't think I can recommend this company. I do not think I can recommend this company. I had a bad start with them first. I had to drive to Boca where the device was installed. I had to drive to Boca twice. I took the car there. Huge problem. The connecting device that they installed in the car was not working, so I had to go back with the car, which cost me money because I have to leave the car overnight. So I got an Uber home, which is like $60 to Uber home before the car could finally be up and running, which kind of gave me a late start. But of course, they told me the only thing that they could do was to apologize to me, that's a sorry, because sorry would pay me back. So already I'm more than like $150, $160 in just from their garbage mistake, and all they could compensate me was sorry, as if that is how business work. There's no sorry in business. You compensate people when you mess up. But the customer should never feel like they have to take a loss. It's just how things, I'm a part of hospitality, and I just strongly believe that's how things should work. So do I recommend Getaround? Honestly, at this point, I really don't think I can. What else are they going to do? If someone had tore off the fender of the car, tore the bumper off, what would they say? I'm sorry, no speaking no English. You understand? It's crazy. So yeah, that's my take on it. So take that and do what you want to do with it. 100% do not recommend Getaround.